Today we're going to go over a topic called dimensional analysis, also known as factor label method. Dimensional analysis is when you convert one system of measure, such as the English system, to another system of measure, such as a metric system. This process works the same way regardless of the problem that you're looking at. So pay careful attention each time to how I tell you to begin the steps, and then it should be easy after we do a couple of examples. The first thing you want to do is always write down the number and the unit being given. So we have a sample problem on our paper that tells us to convert 5 pounds, which is LBS if you want to use the abbreviation, to kilograms. All right, when you do dimensional analysis, you have to have some sort of conversion factor or an equivalency in order to make that change, all right? There's a common equivalency that says 1 kilogram or 1 kilo is equivalent to 2.2 pounds. 2.2 pounds is a rounded value, so I will allow a little bit on your answer for rounding. So 2.2 is commonly what we leave it as. We don't normally carry it any farther than that. I think technically it's 2.205 maybe, but 2.2 will be fine for the conversion. All right, the first step is to always write down the number and unit being given. So in this case, they've given you 5 pounds. So you're going to write down 5 pounds. 5 LBS. Now I want to multiply by some conversion factor that's going to let me get rid of the pounds. I don't want pounds, I want kilograms. All right, whatever unit is given, that unit is going to go in the bottom of what we call the conversion factor or the equivalency. Do I know some equivalency from pounds to kilograms? Yes, just like we said, for every 1 kilogram, that's equal to 2.2 pounds. So I'm going to put 2.2 on the bottom, pounds, and 1 kilogram on top. All right, double check and make sure that that is indeed an equivalency. 2.2 pounds are indeed in 1 kilogram, so that's a true statement. That's your conversion factor. All right. Now what you want to do is cancel identical units. All right, it doesn't matter if it's plural or singular, if it's pound to pounds, all right, as long as they're identical units. So I'm going to literally mark out, scratch out pounds there, and I should be left with kilograms. So basically, we're done. All we have to do is just crunch the numbers. So if you go through, and I'm going to write it out kind of the long way so that you'll be able to see how I calculated it mathematically. That's understood to be over the number 1, right? So I'm going to say 5 times 1 and get an answer, and then I'm going to divide it by 2.2. So if you do that, your answer should be in kilograms, which is what you're looking for. So I'm going to say 5 divided by 2.2, and you just carry it to the 10th place, round up if you need to. So I'm getting 2.27. I'm just going to leave it as 2.3 kg. So my final answer is 2.3 kilograms. And all these problems will work the same. We're working off of a practice sheet, trying to convert things from that are in mass. We have distance and length. We have volume problems and time problems. I'm going to do one more for distance and length, and see if you can tell how it works the same exact way. If you can do one of these, you ought to be able to do a million of them. All right. Again, just to recap, we wrote down what's being given first. So always write your given first, the number and the unit. Then you multiply by some conversion factor that enables you to scratch out the given unit. All right. And these are all going to be one-step problems. When I say one step, meaning after the multiplication sign, you have one conversion factor. All right, let's do another example. All right, there's another common conversion factor that says that 2.54 centimeters are equal to 1 inch. That's another common conversion factor. You know a lot in your head. You know that probably there are 2,000 pounds in a ton. We all know there's 7 days in a week, all right? 12 inches in a foot. All those are called conversion factors. All right, if the problem says to convert 25 centimeters to inches, okay? Well, what did we say on the last problem? You always write down the number and unit being converted. So they gave us 25 centimeters. So I'm going to write 25 centimeters down. I want to multiply where I have this unit on the bottom, and this is where you have to stop and look at your paper. These conversion factors will be given to you. Do we have a conversion from centimeters to inches? Yes, we do. 2.54 centimeters are in 1 inch. Scratch out your identical units. All right, make sure you do that, and that'll help prevent any kind of careless error. Make sure that you have the conversion factor correctly written. Now I'm going to say 25 times 1, which is 25, divided by 2.54. And my final answer should be in inches. So when you calculate 25 divided by 2.54, and again, you can just carry it one place past the decimal for our practice purposes right now, I'm getting 9.8 inches. And that's your final answer. So again, to recap one more time, on dimensional analysis, also called factor label method, you start by writing the number and unit being given. You multiply by a conversion factor where the first unit is written in the bottom. All right, cancel all identical units, and you should be left with the unit that you need.